Hi everybody, my name is Jessica and this is my channel Plant Hooker. Now today I finally got to back to talking about a specific plant because the last videos were baking and repots. So today I brought out my dragon fruit or white fleshed pitahaya or night blooming cereus, belle of the night, Condorella plant, Honolulu queen, and the Latin name is Silenus cereus undatus. Yeah. Part of the cacti family and the genus Cereus, or Selenicerius. Tongue twisters. Latin. It is the most cultivated of the cacti family because of its fruit and its ornamental vining and value in horticulture and as houseplants. These guys are native to Mexico, Honduras, Martinique, and the other islands in the West Indies. So is a cactus, but a jungle cactus, so they like the humidity. And it is a climbing cactus, so like epiphytic. It can also be terrestrial, like they'll crawl along the ground as well, in the wild. Flowers are scented, like they're yellow and like a greenish yellow, white, very pretty if you can ever go look up the pictures. And they only bloom at night. So they're nocturnal blooming. So if you want to see yours bloom, you have to almost pretty well be up all night. Hi, Gwen. To see it. And in 2 years of owning one, they can start to bear fruit. That's the earliest they've been known to bear fruit. So, no, don't move the camera. Stop it. However, though, because the flowers are night blooming, you would need like a nocturnal animal to pollinate them. And of course, in their native areas, that would be bats. I don't think we have fruit-eating bats here on Cape Breton, so you probably would have to pollinate them yourselves to be able to get fruit. And these guys can also flower 7 times in 1 year. So, and their lifespan is between 20 and 30 years. I think the average is 20, but the oldest one was 30. When properly taken care of, mind you. In my area, because I don't think I'll be able to ever get them to flower 7 times in 1 year. I might get them to flower maybe 2 times, possibly, but we'll see. If she ever flowers, you guys will be the first to know, or my Instagram followers, and then pictures on YouTube. Now when it comes to care, because I have a wood stove, and at this time of year I'm watering this guy probably every 9 days. During the summertime, when the wood stove is not going, or even like in the spring and fall when the stove is only going at night, I might water this guy every 20 days. So it's between 9 and 20 days that his water scheduling is. And he is a medium demand, so which is kind of high for a cactus. But if you have a moisture meter, the level is 3. So nothing more, nothing less, keep it at 3. Kind of like the same, almost have him on like the same schedule as you would a donkey tail. Now when it comes to fertilizer, you can fertilize him with the all-purpose or the succulent, and I fertilize him every 3 weeks. So when I'm doing, so it's basically every 3rd watering he gets fertilized. What? I see you. Don't worry, I see you. Nobody else is here, just you. Now, they can handle normal humidity, but because this is also a jungle cactus, with the wood stove, because it gets extremely dry in here, I do mist them about every 3 days. But in a home with no wood stove, you probably would be able to get away with not having to mist him during the wintertime, or maybe once a week. Do not clean him. Does not like to be clean. If you do notice like cat hair is getting into him or whatnot, because see these little spines? Like they look furry. Like they will catch on to the cat hair. So, oh yes, and I forgot to show you, because how they climb, like they're epiphytic, so they use their aerial roots. So that little, right here, that's an aerial root. So they'll use that, and those will hook onto like trees and rocks and whatnot, and they'll climb up. But yes, but do not clean them. Like they don't like to be wiped down with water. So just take either a makeup brush, oh hello Diaz, a paintbrush, and just go through them and give them a brushing, or you can just yourself. It's whichever. Oh, I found a dead one. Yeah. Whoopsies. Is there any more in here that are dead? Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't clean him out. Yeah, I'll talk about, like, I'll show you again, like, see how they're kind of a little bit yellow. Okay, that's a sign of overwatering because the base is rotted. And this guy used to be in my son's room, which is a north-northeast window, but unfortunately he wasn't growing at all. So I moved him to my room, which is the south-facing window, and that's when these started. So yeah, do not clean. They don't like to get wet. But you can like pick the cat hair out. Now, average temperatures for these guys are between 10 and 30 degrees Celsius. The lowest they can survive in a pot is 4 degrees. Mind you, I wouldn't do that too many times, because we want our plants to live and be healthy and grow. But if you're in a hardiness zone 10 or higher, they can go outside year round. But because I'm on Cape Breton, where our hardiness zone are between 5A and 5B, he can only go outside between July and August. That's why I mentioned July and August for flowering and possibly pollinating. I don't know if we have any nighttime pollinators in Cape Breton. That's something I'll have to look up. But yeah, July and August for Cape Breton. Between the 5s and the 10s, it would vary throughout the area and however your winter conditions are. Or well, summer conditions, spring conditions. Because really our summer is July and August. However, we can go to the beach sometimes the end of June and beginning of September, depending on the weather. Now, even though like that's their hardiness zone, he's not too sensitive to drafts. Like he can handle a drafty window for short periods of time. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have mentioned it before. Full disclaimer, this is my second dragon fruit. I killed my first one because I had him in a north-facing window thinking, oh, queen of the night, belle of the night, hallelujah. This guy's a, low-light succulent. He'll be able to handle the wood stove and I can have a plant in my kitchen. No, he baked. like he was fine in the plastic, and I was watering quite often. He seemed okay, but then he needed an up pot because he kind of started like pushing himself out, and I put him in a terracotta, and thinking, oh, it'll be fine. Cactus like terracotta. Nope. Ideas. Nope. He baked, and then he like died. Don't bite. Don't bite. He's being a poop head. No. Don't bite. No. Now when it comes to soil, I believe because I had purchased him at Walmart in that Sydney plant shopping trip video. And when I look at it, I'm pretty sure it's just regular all-purpose. I mean, I've put some earthworm castings in between just to... Oh, look at them. There's more. Oh my goodness, Raymond. Yeah, it's a good thing I took him back. This is pretty bad. I'm here pulling out. Oh, you're like really squishy. See? Squishy. And it's pretty bad on Raymond. Poor kid. He's trying. He wants to be a plant person quite badly, but I don't think he realizes this also isn't looking very good for me either. It's still just as much my fault too, because I should have been checking in on him more after some of the other deaths that have happened in his room. So, oh yeah, this video is just me cleaning out. Wow, there's a lot. And sometimes this will happen too, because as they get bigger, there's some that don't grow as fast. And then the larger ones will block out the light to the littler ones, and then they just pass on. Or the seed stock wasn't a very strong one. Oh my lord. Maybe I should do this off camera. But I mean, I'm here now. I feel like I should be doing it. Or I should have done this. Yeah, it's not Raymond's fault, it's my fault. I should have been more on top of his plants. But yeah, when it comes to soil, like I said, this is probably the all-purpose because I got this plant from Walmart during that Sydney plant shopping trip. I'll link that video in the bio so you can see exactly how he was when we first got him. But the best soil for these guys is the bromeliad blend, like epiphytic soil. Yeah. I'll pick those up after. Yeah. So yeah, the bromeliad blend would be the best type of soil for these guys. Now when it comes to pest, yes, those nasty creatures. I've yet to deal with pest on this guy yet. But they can be plagued with mealybugs, thrifts, spider mites, and scale. So But again, knock on wood, I have not had to deal with pest on him, so far so good. But then again, he only has been in my room for maybe a week now. So, and there is thrift in my room because I did find one on my tenancy. So they will make their way to this guy. That's a lot of mess. Yeah. But they are, once they do get so big, they are suitable for a hanging pot because they will like eventually start to cascade down. Now in the wild, the biggest one ever recorded was 1,000 centimeters, so 32 feet. Hi, Ziva. Oh, they're taking turns. But normally in the houseplant world, they can get about as big as 5 inches, which is what mine is, to, so 5 inches is 12 and a half centimeters, to as big as 9'10". That's how tall they can get, which is, I think, it's 118 inches, which is 300 or almost 300 centimeters, or maybe a little over 300 centimeters. I can calculate the conversion better in inches than I can in feet. So yeah, 9'10" is how tall these guys can go or get long. And then if you let them cascade down, like let them get wider, they can be as wide as 6 feet 7 inches. So 79 inches, 202 centimeters, 202 centimeters. Yeah. Mine is only about maybe 9 inches wide, so 25 centimeters or 23, 24, 25 centimeters. Either one. Sorry, my math is off. Yeah. But one of the most common problems is, of course, the yellowing leaves. Like these probably turned bright yellow before I picked them out and then dried up to the brown. No, Ziva. Hey, don't touch the camera. That is a sign of overwatering. And a rotting base, like sometimes they won't even yellow. They'll still look fine. Like they'll be like this. They'll look fine, but they're squishy. That's a rotting base. That's overwatering. Black spots on these guys is not pest. It's actually a fungal infection. And there's 2 types of fungus species that affect these guys the most, and that is the Fusarium, and the Phytophthorn fungus that affects these guys. Phytophthora. Phytophthora. There, I think I got it right. Thora. Is it Thana or Thora? I can't remember now. Sorry. But yeah, and that is caused by the humidity being too high for these guys and not proper air circulation. So now, but if the spots are brown, that is either a sign of nutrient deficiency, like you're not fertilizing properly, or they're sunburn. Like you just put it straight in direct sunlight and didn't have time to get used to it. Like for an example, because he went from a north window to a south window, he's not directly in my south window. He's like a few feet back from it until he can adjust to it. Now, would I recommend these plants for first-time plant owners? No. Nope. Mostly because like people think it's a cactus and they don't water it right, because they think, oh, it doesn't need a lot of watering, you can leave it, it'll dry or whatnot. But it's a succulent. It's, even though it's part of the cacti family, it's a jungle cactus which still needs a little more water than a desert cactus. so not beginners, but like the next level up from beginner plant people. Okay, what are you doing? Hey. He's being a poopy. I know he's... Oh, don't pick on Gwen, please. I see her. Gwen's here hiding from him because he often picks on her. Because he's... The devil can be cute. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, you can always give me a thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But if you really like the video, subscribe. And as always, live long, plant on.